But if you control your losses, this is what you end up with, right? So I knew I was red. I knew I had 3 bad trades off the bat. Just things were not going my way. Three, yeah, one, two, yeah, 3 bad trades. But if you control your stop loss and you're trading small, you know that you're not gonna, do something damaging to your account. So I'm still in CNL, small size. Looks like it's gonna work in my favor. We'll see. Am I looking to recoup this here? No way. I might make 50 bucks. I'll be happy with that with CTL. So let's see what happens. You can have a bad start, and if you're trading good with your rules and your strategies and, not going overboard on your sizing, this is the type of day you want to have on your red days. Nice, small, and controlled, right? This is a fourth of what I did yesterday. So I'm happy with that. It's not going to affect my emotions. I'm not going to try to make my money back trading in this time frame where nothing is happening. I'm not going to come back in the afternoon for the power hour trying to make a move out of nothing. So just kind of want to show you that because it's very important as new traders. Again, I consider myself a new trader, so I'm learning with you guys as well. This is the type of thing where we want to get to on a consistent basis.
Hey guys, Carlos here with Bearable Traders, and as you just heard in that sign-off message for the chat room, I was not in sync with the market today, so I want to go over the details on how we traded some of these stocks this morning. So at the open, Kayo started to sell off really nice here. It had this little push up here, but then on the sell-off here, continued to make newer lows. I'm waiting for the pullback, right? I want to wait my 5 minutes and then also get that pullback. When I do get this pullback, I jump in for a short. Now, if you know from my recaps, this strategy is really one that I like a lot. It has worked out pretty well in the past. So every time I see this kind of setup, I'm going to take it and have a good risk to reward here. So my reward is now this new low of the day here, and I also have my risk is this over here. So almost 2 to 1. I also have this level here that I was hoping to get to, which we couldn't get to at that point. So I get in for a short. The price action starts getting towards this level where it has some support. And it did not want to sell off from this. I think it was 41.10, 46.10. Yeah. So 46.10 did not want to sell off. The minute it started pushing higher, I advised in the chat, guys, I'm going to jump out here. I'm not going to wait for my stop loss. And the reason for that is because the price action is changing and it's not giving me any reason why I should still be in this trade. Now, later on, I get another signal that this could possibly now be ready to sell off, right? It hits this moving average here. It's starting to sell down. I wait for the confirmation. I get back in for a short, very close to where my entry was before, for the crack of this 46.10 where we have some possible support again. We get to it. Again, still a very strong level. Does not want to sell below this. I hop out before getting to my stop loss or break even point for a small win here because I just don't see that the price action is giving me any other indication that my strategy is still in play here. So this is how you want to manage your risk. You don't have to stay in this trade and wait for your stop to get hit. If you see something that's telling you, hey, this is not going in the direction that you want, you are okay to hop out of it and save yourself a couple of bucks here. Then from there we went to trade another trade, I think CSCO. We'll go back to that in a second. But later in the morning on 10:10, I saw the stock pushing above the VWAP and it came back down and did not lose this level I had here. I had 46.38, which you can see obviously played an important role in this stock trading today. It comes above it, sells back from it, sells back down from it. Then the minute it cracks from it, it goes all the way above VWAP. So I like the way that pattern was forming. I got in here for long expecting we're going to squeeze here, hold these moving averages and squeeze above VWAP and at least test this level all the way up here. It didn't do that. Price action started hesitating. My stop loss was at 46.38. I wanted to give it enough room here because as you can see here, the price action went down there and tested it a few times before taking off. The minute it got to that level and I didn't see any confirmation that it was going to bounce back, I got stopped out for a small loss here as well. So those were my 2 trades on KO. Then I traded CSCO. And CSCO, what I liked on the 1 minute chart here, again, it had this huge sell up all the way up to this high of the day, sells back down right to VWAP, holds VWAP, then it takes off. Again, not hitting the high of the day, but pretty close to it, then it comes right back down. So I saw this action as, okay, this is holding these moving averages. I like this. It can possibly go back up to VWAP and get a squeeze. I go in, not a huge size because, again, this stock has been known to be very choppy, so I don't want to get in a huge size in here. I get in here for a long. It does pop up to 49.70, which is the high of the day, but I was looking for that squeeze based on the amount of shares I took. I needed that squeeze to make this worth my while. I should have probably taken a portion out here, maybe not a 25%, maybe 15% or something, just to cover the cost of this trade. And if I would have done that, I guarantee you that stop break even would have been where I would have been out of this trade, because that's just one of the rules that I don't want to break. But my stop loss was the break of VWAP. It tests VWAP here again, gives it another shot, doesn't go, tests his VWAP again, and it looks like this time it can be heading up. And the reason why I'm staying in this trade, and I mentioned this in the chat room, is that the moving average are kind of going up here, and every pullback is higher and higher every single time. Here it broke down, it couldn't hold the VWAP again. Then the minute it broke down, it really sold off towards this level over here. So stopped out here for a loss as well. Then here I basically took a step back, and now I'm reducing my share size. Again, I know I have 3 bad trades in a row, so I'm not going to, you know, be aggressive in my trading. We found CTL. CTL is right over here. Actually, wow, it continues to sell off. I definitely covered too early, but it is Valentine's, and I gotta do some things. And happy Valentine's to everyone out there as well. But it looked very weak. I set a limit order here at 13.55, I believe it was. I wanted, sorry, 13.35. Only 250 shares. I didn't want to put in too much here, because here I was actually expecting for this to pull back up to 13.50 or 13.58, and I was going to add another 250 here for the drop back to VWAP. I didn't get that opportunity, and then slowly just tested VWAP in my entry, and then it sold off. Never got to a point where I was able to add more. Here I thought about adding. I was having my lunch this time and thought about adding to this position, but at this point I was just not too confident that it was going to actually sell off like it did now. Set an order 13.10. I took everything out here and was able to make a couple of bucks there. Again, not a huge size, because my strategy here was to add more around 13.58 or 13.50 to get in for a full size of 500 for this type of trade. All right, guys, so that's my trade for today. Join us tomorrow 8:30 Eastern time for our pre-market show. Hope you had a great day this Valentine's Day, and hope that your day is not red and that you had a nice green day on this lovely day. Take care, guys.